All right, you guys, welcome to the greenhouse. It is now April, so time is flying, and I have so many little plants out here and so many things that are getting ready to go out into the garden soon, and I'm so excited. I would say within the next week or two, we're gonna start moving some of our plants out there to transplant into the raised beds. We're also going to start doing some of our direct sowing of a few varieties that don't like to be transplanted. So it's a very exciting time. Lots of things are happening. And I have decided that I'm going to plan out my gardens a little bit differently than I have the last couple of years. So normally when we plant out in the cut gardens, we do one variety of flower per raised bed. So all my zinnias together, all my snapdragons together, because like I've said before, we own a very small cut flower business. We are not a flower farm. We are a passion project, a side business. So we're just kind of like dabbling. We're just seeing where it goes. Maybe in the future it'll become something more, but for now it is just kind of like a side passion. That being said, instead of planting all of my beds with one type of flower this year, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit more wild. I want to try weaving my different flower varieties together in some of the beds, kind of like a regular garden. I mean, honestly, I think it's gonna be really fun. I keep looking out there, I'm sorry. I'm trying to envision everything that's in my head out in the actual gardens. So I'm going to inventory everything. I'm just going to write down which varieties and colors I have, how many of each one I have. And that way when I go through and I try and plan how they're going to be planted out there, I know for sure what I have. Okay, I took inventory of all of the plants out in the greenhouse, and then so far today I have showered, overwatered my plant, realized I killed my gardenia that I was really excited to get on my birthday, and now what I'm gonna do is just kind of go through the flowers that are growing, what I have the most of, and see how I want to start planning the gardens. I already have dahlias in some of the raised beds. We didn't pull them over winter. I still have to find out if they made it through the winter, so fingers crossed, we will check on that soon. But yeah, so I won't come up with an exact plan today, but I wanted to show you my process of how I start to plan out the beds. And like I said, I'm doing it differently this year, so I'll show you my plan the first year. And it's kind of cool to look at, because you can see from the plan, my first year I had a much smaller space and then it kind of got bigger. So let me show you that. I use this giant piece of grid pad to do all of my planning, which is nice because it really blows everything up and I can draw all over it, erase everything, start over. It makes it really easy. This is the plan that I drew up last year, but you can see that our space is not very big. It's a relatively small area, and even from the first year to my second year, this was the garden space that we had the first year. And then last year we expanded on to all of these new beds. It's color coordinated. We've got zinnias, dahlias, cosmos, snapdragons, a little side garden that I plant in, and then this outskirt area. These were all vegetable gardens, but this year the plan is to just condense that a little bit so that we can use some of these back beds for I think I want to plant more of my foliage. I'm not 100% sure yet. So that's the plan. This is my mom's house up here. These are her actual gardens. This is the driveway. It's kind of silly and fun, but it helps my brain get everything out on paper and visualize what I actually want to do. So that's what I'm going to do today. Whoops. I accidentally booked a spontaneous trip to Paris. So long, responsible gardener. Farewell, hot garden winter. If I could pack up all my plants and take them with me, I would. but sadly, they will be on their own for the next 10 days. Let's hope everything survives by the time I get back.